Hello, coming up tonight. Custody death accidental. New plans to tackle Stack. And Hometown want a home run. But first tonight, an heroic train driver prevented a potential catastrophe when he jumped out of his cabin and halted an oncoming train after a derailment. His train was travelling between Ashford and Canterbury West when it hit cattle near Chilham and came off the track at about 9:30 last night. The crash caused the radio system to stop working, so the quick-thinking driver jumped out of his cab to stop an approaching train. 5 cows were killed in the impact, which caused the front carriage to derail, but amazingly, no people were hurt. More than 70 passengers were led to safety and taken to a village hall while alternative transport was arranged. An investigation into the death of a Chatham mum while she was in police custody has found she died of a rare infection. Jem Collins has more details.
Laura Snellgrove was 25 when she was arrested on suspicion of theft last August and brought here to Medway Police Station. Officers then took her to Medway Maritime Hospital when she fell ill, but she died just 4 days later. The Independent Police Complaints Commission has now finished an investigation into her death and says she died of a rare infection which attacked her bowel and caused her to contract blood poisoning. Her mum, Yvonne, says she accepts the police did nothing to contribute to her death, but said it was taking too long to find out if she would have an inquest into her death and to get her death certificate. This is Jem Collins in Medway for KMTV.
A new idea to ease traffic caused by Operation Stack was agreed upon on Friday. After another frustrating weekend for motorists, some still doubt whether it'll do the job. Graham Stothard reports.
It's been a month to forget for drivers, freighters and the Highways Agency. The M20 has been like this a total of 6 times in just a few weeks. A backlog of lorries caused by disruption to routes across the Channel means that the motorway closes between junctions 8 and 11 and they stack up on the hard shoulder.
Now, if you're unsure of what it is exactly you're looking at, this is the M20 working as it should. Without Operation Stack, you can see free-flowing traffic heading coastbound. Normally, when Stack is on, not very much moves between junctions 8 and 11. The London-bound carriageway, however, remains largely ineffective. The idea would be to put a contraflow system in so that one lane of the unaffected London-bound carriageway could act as a route to Ashford and beyond towards the coast.
So what do drivers fed up of being caught in the jams think?
Sounds like a great idea. I live right on the A20 and when Operation Stack's in operation, it's a real nightmare.
Sounds better than nothing, honestly. At the moment, what we've been dealing with is pretty nightmarish, so anything's better than that.
Some good feedback there, but as one cross-channel operator pointed out, such a measure is really only attacking the symptom and not the real problem.
The background issue is the 5,000 migrants in Calais. As long as they're there and as long as they're disrupting traffic, there'll always be a difficulty in running a full service.
The meeting on Friday decided a contraflow system will be beneficial. Those who met will send a report recommending the solution to government in the hope they'll approve it. Until then, just like over the weekend, it seems those of us in Kent are doomed to less of this and more of this. This is Graham Stothard, KMTV in Ashford.
A head teacher who was arrested on suspicion of possessing indecent images of children has resigned. Cecily Snowball has more.
It's here at Cliffwoods Primary School where head teacher Tim Watson has resigned following his arrest. He was suspected to have possessed indecent images of children. He was arrested early last month and the school has released a letter to parents explaining that a new interim leader will be put in place. The school was given an Ofsted rating of outstanding and described Mr Watson as an inspirational leader. It's understood that Mr Watson has been on leave and has not been seen in the school since Easter. Cliffwoods Primary School has declined to comment. Cecily Snowball at Cliffwoods for KMTV.
And finally tonight, a top Irish boy band managed by Louis Walsh has been visiting KMTV studio. X Factor star Walsh has had huge success with the likes of Westlife and Boyzone, and his new act are destined for fame too. Hometown are launching themselves in the UK. Gareth, Ryan, Brendan, Cian, Dale, Josh and Dean have already had 2 #1s in Ireland. The 6 boys performed 2 acoustic tracks for us, including their hit Where I Belong. The lads also took time out to speak to KMFM's Glenn Scott.
We're all just kind of doing our own thing a little over a year ago, and then Mr. Louis Walsh decided he wanted to put a band together. And he went on a chat show in Ireland and he said, putting a band together, there's auditions being held in Dublin. We all turned up, auditioned. It went on for a few months, the whole audition process, but eventually he got it down to this final 6.
And you can see the videos of the performances at kentonline.co.uk. Have a great evening. Good night.